Hey guys, it's Lisa. Day 2 of the $100 video challenge through Salesvision. I want to remind you there's going to be a link below so you can sign up for free to Salesvision. And if you want to participate in the 100-day challenge, you can do so. For that, you'd want to sign up for the Apprentice games, which would be $7 a month. Comes with a 30-day guarantee, so you can get your money back, get your $7 back if after 30 days you don't think it's worth it. You'll get a lot of good education and training on how to start a business online, how to make income online, how to up-level your mindset, your relationships, your life, your health, your nutrition. There's a lot of good stuff. I'll be talking more about that in the coming days, but to get today's video out, I just got off a webinar with Salesvision, and I wanted to just really quick share some knowledge that I received tonight from the mother of our president, Jillian Ortega. Something she shared. She's a successful entrepreneur who made a multi-million-dollar empire with Mary Kay when she was selling with Mary Kay years ago. And more on her later. But what I want to talk about is the wisdom she shared with us today about creating a legacy, something we all should be thinking about. There's 7 decisions that can change our life and legacy. No matter what our life has been like in the past, what mistakes we've made, who we've had in our life, whether we had a good life or a bad life so far, none of that matters. Okay, we can make some 8 decisions now that will change all that. The first decision you must make is decide who you will ignore. I know that sounds like an odd type of question, but who you will ignore. There are people in your life that you've paid attention to, that you've listened to, that have maybe led you down some wrong paths. And those people haven't necessarily brought value to your life. That may be people who are, energy suckers. You've heard of vampires, energy suckers, people who they emit such negative energy around you that it sucks the life out of you and you feel drained after being around them. People who are negative all the time, pessimistic, puts you in a negative frame of mind. Anybody who doesn't support you, emotionally and spiritually and add value to your life. Decide who you will ignore from this day forward. Number 2, second decision you got to make. Decide who you will enjoy. Who do you enjoy being around? Who lifts you up? Who puts you in a good mood? Who, has positive energy around you? And who, lights up your world? Think about who will you enjoy? Who do you like to be around? It's a choice. You don't have to be around anybody that you don't like to be around. I mean, yeah, we sometimes have to be around people at work and tolerate people, but basically you choose who you want to be close to and who you want to associate with in your immediate circle. So decide who you will enjoy. Number 3, decide who you want to impress the most. Do you want to impress anybody? Is it important what anybody else thinks of you? I mean, the only person that matters that I want to impress is myself and the source of all creation, whether it be God, universe, whatever you believe, the power greater than you. In my opinion, all that matters is that. I'm not here to impress anybody else. I used to be a people pleaser. I know what it's like to, live your whole life for somebody else. And, I'm over that. I do me now. And that's a huge decision that a lot of people have to make is, who do you have to impress? Who are you comparing yourself to? You don't need to compare yourself to anybody except yourself yesterday. Okay, number 4, decide who has ignored you. We talked about who will you ignore, but who has ignored you? Who have you maybe done things for, and when you were in need, they weren't there for you? Who has torn you down when you have a dream that you're trying to fulfill, or has dissuaded you from taking a chance on something that means a lot to you? Who has ignored you? Who sours your grapes? Trying to think of an example. People like fake friends, people who are phony, people who are two-faced. You have to know who hasn't been there for you. Number 5, decide the tasks you no longer enjoy doing. A lot of us spend a lot of time doing things that we don't like, whether it be a job that we hate. Something like 78% of all people working dislike the job that they are in. It's sad because we spend most of our life working, the other part of it sleeping. It's important to enjoy what you do. Okay, so decide the tasks you no longer enjoy doing. And I'm not just talking about work. That refers to, tasks you do around the house. I mean, is there things that you can't stand doing? Perhaps house cleaning. And if, you can afford to hire someone to do it or delegate it to somebody else, and maybe you take on a task that you enjoy more, look into that. Decide the tasks you no longer enjoy doing. And if at all possible, delegate them or, find another way. Okay, number 6, decide whose example is worth following with passion. Passion is really important. Passion lights up a room. Passion is your why in life for whatever you do. What are you passionate about? Whose example is worth following with passion? Who do you admire? Do you admire, the Dalai Lama? Do you admire President Trump? No politics, I'm not getting into that. Do you admire a teacher that you had, or